Hi, welcome to my channel. I haven't posted a video for a while. I've been like really busy with uni, but I've seen this going around a few places. I'm not sure who started it, but I've seen it on a few blogs, and Jack Edwards just did it and I thought it looked really fun. So it is the anonymous Bookaholics tag. I haven't actually bought a book in a while because a lot of these questions about like collecting books and buying them, which I haven't bought one for a while because I am not working anymore and do not have the money. But considering I have a physical TBR of over 600, I think I qualify for the fact that I collect a lot of books, and I did just get some new books for my birthday, so I'm still getting books. I'm just not buying them myself at the moment. I do have £60 of Waterstones vouchers, not vouchers, points. Yeah, £60 of Waterstones points. But I have no room for books at the moment, so I haven't spent them. Oh dear. So I guess let's just start with the questions. I have them written down here because I couldn't remember them all off the top of my head. The first one is, what do you like about buying new books? I think what it is having those choices. I just realised how long my nails are. Having those choices at home of different adventures, different characters, and bringing home a story that you're possibly gonna love. Does that make sense? I think so. The next question is, how often do you buy new books? So as we're saying, I haven't bought a book for a while because I'm not working, so do not have the money to do that at the moment. But when I was working, I would buy them pretty often. Well, I say that, I know like often for a lot of people is like a good few a month, but I would probably get like no, I really don't know. It really differed, honestly. I was gonna say like 3 or 4 months, but then some months I'd have like a book haul time, so some months it would be like 10 plus, at least, maybe. But at the moment, none. So, no, I haven't bought any. So at the moment, I'm buying no books, but I did get some for my birthday. Next question is, bookstore or online book shopping, which do you prefer? 100% book shopping in person. It's just like you walk in and you just feel like it just feels so homey and comforting, and I could just browse bookshops for hours. Like, even if I went in with the intention of not buying anything, I just love like looking at all the possibilities, being able to like mark them down as I want to read. And I just think like looking at all the shelves is like, it's just mesmerizing of like all these different stories. And I just love it. I love going into bookshops or libraries or anything that's just surrounded by books, because I guess that's just my comfort place. And I think that would be the same for like a lot of people. So the next question is, do you have a favourite bookshop? So I use Waterstones a lot because of my points, but I don't know if it's my favourite. Like, I think it's definitely a really good generic bookshop, but I also have this one near me that has like a little, I know Waterstones have a cafe, but this one has like a really nice cafe right next to it's like all different floors, and then the top floor is where they sell the books. So it's not specifically a bookshop, but their top floor is just like books, and there's also a little cafe right next to where they're selling the books, and I collect points there as well, but I don't go there as often because they're not as easily accessible. No, they are. They're quite close to the Waterstones, actually. I don't know what I'm saying. I just don't go there as often. I don't know why. But I guess they're a little smaller than Waterstones, but for like fantasy and YA, they're really good. Their classics are also really good. Yeah, I need to go there more often. I don't know why I don't. I mean, Waterstones is more easily accessible. Like, they're close to each other, but the other one is a little further out. But it's like they have such pretty editions of all different books, but they are smaller, so you couldn't spend like as long in there as you can in like Waterstones. But then also there's this one even close to me. It's a secondhand bookshop, and I go there quite a lot, or I did when I was buying books, because every single book is £1. no matter, like hardback, paperback, the, you know, like the big chunky factual books you get, like I've actually got one out at the moment for uni study, you know, like the books that are like factual and they're like really chunky, like £1, everything £1, and it's really good. I once saw a cloth-bound classic in there for £1. I didn't get it because it was Charles Dickens' Great Expectations, which I've read, and I mean, I gave it 3 stars. Like, the writing was good, but I didn't love the story. Anyway, that one's really good. Do you pre-order books? Yes, but not at the moment. But when I did have the money to spend on books, I would pre-order, like, especially if I wanted, like, a special edition. I'd feel like I'd have to pre-order it, otherwise it would sell out. So like, I think the last book I pre-ordered was The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black, because I wanted the Waterstones special edition, and because I wanted to go with the Stolen Air edition, but I did pre-order that like last year and forgot about it, and then when it came I was like, oh, that's a nice surprise. So I do like pre-orders for that factor as well, like you forget and then they arrive and it's like, oh. But again, like at the moment I haven't really been doing it, but you should, because pre-orders really contribute to authors' sale numbers. Do you have a monthly book buying limit? No. I mean, at the moment, £0, but when I was buying books, I didn't really have a limit, but I would say like, oh, I've spent this much, so I'm not going to get any more. But like, there wasn't really a complete limit. It would just be, at the time, I think, have I spent too much, or have I got extra to spend on books this month? Like, it was never a set limit, you know. How big, but I must say I didn't have any other expenses because I don't drive and I don't pay rent at my parents' house, so I kind of had the luxury of not having to set a limit. But I think like if I had other expenses, then absolutely I would probably set a limit. How big is your wish list? I don't know the number off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure like it's quite a lot, because I have my wish list on Goodreads and I have a different one on Amazon, but books are pretty much in like on both. I'll look it up. Okay, so my wish list on Goodreads is 878 books. That's quite a few books to get around to, but I haven't organised that list for a couple of years at least, so there is probably a few on there that I'm not interested in reading anymore. But yeah, that's quite a lot. I need to get reading. Do you ever wonder, like, you're gonna die with books you never got the chance to read that you want to? That's like my biggest fear in life. I mean, if that's my biggest fear, I've gotta be doing something right. Anyway, that's my wish list. That is the Goodreads wish list anyway. That's like my most used thing for putting books on what to read. My Amazon wish list just got like the same books but less of them, probably. And then the last question is, which 3 books from your wish list do you wish to own now? Out of 870 books, no idea. It would depend on my mood, honestly. Right now it would be 3 that were probably like within the last 10-20 added, out of the most recently added. But then if I was to actually scroll back and see some that I added 2-3 years ago, then I'd be like, I still need to read that and I really want to. From the top of my head, I don't know from the top of my head. I've got it right there. I'm gonna have another look. Okay, so 3 that I don't own that I would most want to own right now. If on a Winter's Night, A Traveller, because I watched a video where Emmy read it and she loved it, and then when I saw it in a bookshop, I read the first page and I was like, oh my god, I need to read this, and I absolutely do need to read that. And then I would say Frankenstein in Baghdad, is that how you say it? Again, that was an Emmy recommendation. I loved Frankenstein when I read it so much, and so I really want to read that because it's like a Frankenstein twist retelling, I think. I don't know what you'd call it, but that as well. And then I'd probably say for the other one, I'd probably say, because we're coming up to summer, I'm gonna actually say Funny Story by Emily Henry, because I loved, I think, isn't that what it's called? I haven't got it up, I just thought of it. Yeah, Funny Story by Emily Henry, because I loved Happy Place so much last year. Like, it was probably one of my favorite reads, definitely one of my favorite reads. I never know how to choose a top favorite, but it might have probably been my top favorite of last year. It just made me feel like so happy and summery, and I feel like Funny Story, I mean, it's by the same author, so I have very high hopes, similar hopes, that Funny Story is going to be also top tier incredible. So Funny Story, Frankenstein in Baghdad, and If on a Winter's Night, A Traveller. They're my top 3 I would want to own right now in this very moment, but I'm a mood reader, so that could change by the time you see this video. Probably not, because actually there's 3 books that I really want to read. I mean, I really want to read a lot of books, but them 3, to own them right now would be the best, I think. So them. But I'm also very happy with my 600 plus physical TBR anyway. Yeah, that's all the questions. The camera cut off my phone. I don't have an actual camera, but all I need to do is the outro. I don't have like a proper outro established yet, but if you enjoyed this, then consider subscribing, because I am going to try and post more, and I want more bookish friends to talk to. So if you want to answer any of those questions in the comments below, please feel free. And if you got this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you did enjoy it. I enjoyed filming again, and I enjoyed getting to talk about books again properly, because now that I finished with one of my modules for uni, I have more time. I'm currently reading Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney, I think it is. It's a thriller, and it's really good so far. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and hopefully see you soon if I get to film again, which I hope I do, which is, like, get to film again, it's literally up to me. So thank you, goodbye.